Jon Acuff, the author of Stuff Christians Like and the book Quitter. And he is on the show here, and he does a segment called Dear Jon where we talk about Christian culture and some of the funny things that happen inside of it. How you been, man?
I'm good.
Oh, I got your wrong mic there. How you doing?
I'm good. I was doing better until I saw the placement of the Stuff Christians Like daily calendar that I gifted you at Christmas.
Thank you so much for that. It has worked well as a cup holder.
It's really propping up your pens well.
I have a cup of pens, and it was hard to reach, but now the calendar is the perfect size. It gets it up to where it's arm level.
Well, there's enough days in the year that it stacks tall.
Yeah.
I noticed, and none of them have been ripped off. It's February 8th on my calendar.
Right,
I don't know if...
But if I kept ripping those pages out, my cup would shrink, and then
I see. Is it even still shrink wrapped?
It's still shrink wrapped.
Are you gonna sell it on Antique Roadshow later? Are you preserving it in mint condition?
Only if your career doesn't flame out.
Well, hey, let's see. Let's hold our breath.
Yeah. Now, Zach had given me a list of things you wanted to accomplish this year. I found this interesting. Make the Quitter Conference so awesome people will attend. That's good.
Yeah.
Because you guys are doing a Quitter Conference.
This weekend, it sold out.
Oh, nice. Well, there you go.
So check.
Yeah, check. Okay, mark that off your list. I'm going to finish reading 12 nonfiction books this year. Like, that's one a month. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're a big reader, too? I know you're right.
I'm doing the reading now.
Must be nice to have that kind of time to read a book every month. That's weird. I don't have that kind of time.
What with all the serving and all the orphan feeding you're doing?
Yes,
right.
That's exactly
I know
why.
that gets in the way. Your homeless ministry.
Yes. Oh, I lied about that one time. We were trying to get out of here early one day, and I didn't want to look bad to like our boss. And we were sneaking out of the back door, and I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be a late night tonight. We're gonna go out and feed the homeless. And someone's like, oh, with who? I'm like, with this organization.
A bunch of them.
And then someone's like, oh, they don't do that on Monday nights. I'm like, oh, shut up. Yeah, that was
That's good.
Totally wrong. You should never actually
I don't know if
do
that's
that.
directly mentioned in the Bible. You're probably fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a thing about that
About
in the
lying?
Bible.
Yeah, probably.
I think God killed Ananias and Sapphira for that.
Yeah, exactly. Whole cities burned for that kind of behavior.
I'm lucky to still be here, quite honestly. So we got Jon Acuff here, and let me see. You're gonna finish writing a new book this year. What do you have any idea of what it's going to be? Because I know you leave these things to the last minute.
I do. I like to wait till the very last second. No, I had a trip to Vietnam last fall to see these kindergartens that we got to build via the blog, and it really challenged me on a couple things, so I think it's going to be about that experience.
Really? That's kind of cool. Because I remember talking to you one time, and you're like, yeah, my book is due to the publisher next week. I'm like, how much you got written on it? Title page,
Yeah, well, you wait for the Holy Spirit to show up, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, Holy Spirit, write to words, write to page. That's my process.
It worked for the Bible.
It did. If it's good enough for the Bible, it's good enough for Jon.
Yeah, exactly.
I carry that on a card in my wallet.
Well, we're going to get to some of the questions that you've gotten here in 10 minutes for Dear Jon. And always, if you have any that you want to have Jon address, you can send them to us. You can send them to me, Wally at allwally.com, or you can click on our Dear Jon link at allwally.com. That's right, it's Dear Jon with writer and all-around good guy, Jon Acuff. He's the guy that does the blog Stuff Christians Like, which if you have not checked that out, it is well worth the read. And he comes up with stuff for that every day. I thought you'd be phoning it in by now, but nicely done.
No, just be like Stuff Christians Like the Bible.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So if you want to check that out, you can also send in your questions if you have questions about like Christian culture and things like that strike you as odd or peculiar or funny. That's the kind of stuff we talk about. So what do you got today?
Well, I've got one from Ann W., and she says, the Christian college I go to makes you take a school-approved chaperone with you on a date. What do you think about that? And it's Valentine's Day, so I thought that would be a great question. I've actually got questions I'd like you to answer about that, because I'm not clear on that process.
You didn't go to a school like that.
I did not.
Yeah.
I went to a Baptist school, and we had some rules, but not chaperone rules. So my number one question is, does the chaperone sit at the table with you at dinner?
Yes.
And do you have to talk to them, or do they go silent? Which is creepier?
Yeah, just someone staring at you.
Like not talking and chewing quietly, or like if you ask your date, hey, where would you love to travel? And Brian jumps in and goes, Hawaii.
Yeah,
Hawaii,
exactly.
I'd love to go to Hawaii. It's so awesome.
That would be weird. I think they kind of hover. I think they hover. Like I went to, what was it, Bob Jones college in South Carolina when I was in high school for like a choral competition. I'm in 10th grade, and they take me to this place called the dating lounge or whatever. It looks like a sofa store. There's like 100 sofas in there.
Like a Shark Tank full of sofas?
Yeah, and that's where they go to like have the chaperoned dates, and you have to sit on opposite ends of the couch, and there's a chaperone with you, and then you basically kind of talk and stuff. And I was sitting there thinking, man, in 10th grade, I was 15, and I was already cooler than every college kid at that college. And I told him that too. I'm like, what is wrong with you guys?
I like that you're bragging at a choral competition. That'd be like that would be like me boasting about taking tap dance in high school. Which was weird that I didn't date, that those two things collided with each other.
You know what? Maybe I wasn't the coolest kid after all.
Now, another question I have, do you have to pay for their meal? And if you do, can I tell Brian, don't you dare order lobster?
Yeah, exactly. That's one of those awkward things that the dynamic of that is weird. And if you look at like Latin cultures and
I do.
Yes, Asian cultures too. It's not uncommon for the families to be involved in the dating process. I learned that from Good Morning Vietnam.
Which was a documentary, if I recall.
I think there's some truth in there.
But there's a lot of screaming in the morning in that culture as well.
Yes.
People yell good morning so loud.
Well, you were in Vietnam. Was it like that?
I wanted to yell that constantly, but that's because I'm weird. And I guess my last question is, what if the chaperone hits it off better with the date than you do? Like, you have to make sure these chaperones have no game.
That is ingenious. Like, to be the chaperone and like, that is, you've hit on something. I would want to be the chaperone, because then, like, when he gets up to use the restroom or pay the bill, be like,
oh, baby.
Yeah, this guy's going nowhere, girl. Drop that zero. Get with a hero. Well, there you go. Jon Acuff from Stuff Christians Like in our little segment, Dear Jon. You can always send in your questions about Christian culture and the musings about them to Wally at allwally.com, or click on our link, our Dear Jon link there at allwally.com. Hey, man, always a pleasure. Thanks so much, and best of luck to you with your Quitter conference and your book, Quitter.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you having me in.
There you go.